Everyone, I just wanted to sort of rant about the Intel 13th and 14th gen processors and their issues. And this is going to be a rant about my personal experience with dealing with my own 13th gen processor that has only given me issues. This all started in October 22, almost 2 years ago. I set out to make my dream PC, top of the line, the kind of PC I wanted ever since I was a kid. I wanted to make it last a decade. I'd never have to worry about replacing anything for a long time. I wanted to play all the games coming out at max settings and no longer have to, diddle with the graphics settings so I could just barely get 60 FPS. I wanted the top of the line stuff. I wanted to get my dream PC that I've been dreaming about ever since I was a kid. So I built it. I built my dream PC in October 2022, and it was fun to do. It was, of course, stupidly expensive because I got a 4090, and that along with the new coming out CPU 13th Gen i9 13900K from Intel. Sadly, though, about a month after I finished my build and I was gaming and I was loving it, I started having BSODs, or blue screens of death, with different error codes. I would look them up. I could find no solutions. And not only BSODs, any game with DirectX 12 would some reason say that I don't even have enough video memory, which is weird because my 4090 has 24 gigabytes, which is just ludicrous. And I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And this was before, news started breaking that these processors are just busted. So what I did is I went ahead and, replaced my RAM. That didn't fix anything. I replaced my motherboard. That didn't fix anything. So about, 3 or 4 months, my $3,500 PC was just this heavy paperweight. And maybe sometimes I could play games. Other times it would just crash all the time and I'd give up. And I just had this drought of playing games for a little bit. But one day I was just, scrolling through, trying to find a solution through the deep confines of the web. And I found a solution. The Intel XTU, their software thing to downclock my CPU, managed to fix it. I could actually play now games and stuff, and it was all good. But recently, it's gotten worse. In the Intel application software thing, I would downclock to 54. I'm not really sure what it means. I was just following a guide, but it just seems not enough. So I have to keep downclocking. I'm now to 52, and it's just getting worse. My CPU is degrading. So I finally, after all this news broke out, I'm like, I'm hitting the nail. I'm sending it in. I'm going to RMA this. And that's what I'm going to do this week, is I'm going to RMA my CPU. It's just a little rant, because I wanted to finally make my dream computer. And because of this Intel 13th gen problem, I was stuck with this expensive paperweight. And, it's irritating, but it sounds like Intel's taking care of it. They have some kind of code coming out to make it so we have to update our BIOS, and it fixes microcode or something. But since I probably got one of the first batches of 13th gen 900Ks, there's this issue, a manufacturing issue that probably can't be fixed. So I'm sending it in, and I hope I get a different one. And if I don't, then I'm just done with Intel. I am completely done with Intel, and I'm switching to AMD. Which also sucks, because if I switch to AMD, then I'll have to get a new motherboard with a different chipset. But, it is what it is, and I'm glad this news is coming out. I'm glad this news is coming out that the 13th gen issue wasn't just my issue. It is a lot of issues that other people are having, and it's all picking up. And, Gamer Nexus picked it up, and I'm glad they're talking about it, because Gamer Nexus, just takes the fucking axe to these companies that are just terrible. Well, Intel's not terrible. I mean, come on. But they take the axe. Gamers Nexus takes this axe to them, and I respect Gamers Nexus for that. So, respect to you, Gamers Nexus, for really getting this word out. And yeah, I will see if I actually get this thing RMA'd and I get a new one, or hopefully an upgrade, So, let's hope I get something better. Peace.